Hey guys, it's Audio D.
And W.
And we're going to talk about the Ubisoft, what did they call theirs? Was it a big special show?
I think it was just a showcase. I could quickly double
Yeah,
check.
quickly double check what their branded name convention is for their fucking conference. Because everybody's naming their thing something different.
Yep.
And he's checking now.
I'm going.
Ubisoft actually has something to talk about. It's a conference. It's the Ubisoft press conference or just Ubisoft conference?
Ubisoft conference.
The Ubisoft conference. Alright, there we go.
Not that it matters. We're not naming these anything different.
No. For such a crappy show, for such a crappy company, they did a good job putting on a good show. I mean, it started with some wank, like a wank-ass parade through the streets, and I was like, I don't care about this, just get on with it. And I'm sure the people there didn't give a shit about it either.
Weird random shit, like, hey, look at this weird panda.
Yeah.
And this octopus girl or whatever, even though we don't do Splatoon.
If you guys ever watch wrestling, it reminded me of Adam Rose.
Yes.
Adam Rose. The crowd went nuts for a pig showing up in the trailer, and I was like, oh, it's Beyond Good and Evil because of the pig.
Adam Rose.
The crowd went bonkers for seeing that pig's nose.
Yes. Because they knew who it was.
Yeah. And they were like, yeah, it's the fucking pig guy. Fuck
Paige.
Yeah. That's his name, Paige.
Yeah.
Paige the pig.
Paige. Yeah.
It's alliterate. It's an alliteration, so it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Does the monkey's name begin with M?
I don't know.
That'd be pretty cool, like Marcel.
The monkey, I think, is a new character. I don't fucking recognize that goddamn monkey.
They're pushing that monkey hard. Yeah. It's a cool design.
The monkey and the girl with the afro are I think they're supposed to be the new Paige and Jade.
They're the characters you play as, yeah.
Yeah, they're the new ones.
Yeah.
Whereas the old ones are the pig and the green-haired Asian girl.
Yeah, who's now a heel. She turned heel. It was
Unless it's mind control. In which case, she
might
turn
be
good later in the story.
Her uncle doesn't even notice, though. Weren't they really close? He saw Paige and he saw Jade and was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's interesting that he didn't even know, I guess, where she was forever getting brainwashed or whatever.
He was like, what?
¿Qué?
Yeah. Or maybe it was just a surprise of you're on their side?
Why? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it looks interesting. This looks way better than the original ever did. I mean, obviously the graphics look bananas. Another pun there. That one's for monkeys. But
Bananas. Bananas.
It still looks good. It still looks it looks amazing. There was no real gameplay though, so I can't really say.
There was a little bit. It looked kind of generic though. They showed a little bit in towards the middle.
Because those cutscenes are
but it was short.
Top level shit. You know, and it's how you gonna have such top shelf on such a, if the gameplay is not gonna look anything close. The gameplay probably looks like that. But at this point, we've reached the point in graphical fidelity that we can make a game that looks like the cutscenes. Anyway, this was an actual conference. People were on stage and leaving. Square Enix was a fucking disappointment. Granted, they didn't have anything to show for it, but they're Square Enix. They used to be a huge company.
They used to be one of my favorite game companies.
And now they kind of had nothing really to show here. Yeah. So, I mean, not everybody can bring a whole barrel of shit, but then don't have a conference. Let somebody else take that spot.
They more or less just... We did a whole different thing on that.
I know, I'm just saying this one was a real conference.
Yeah, I'm just saying let's not get too...
I'm not getting too into it. I just wanted to...
for me.
No, yeah, I'm just saying...
I'm trying to
prevent
myself from going on right.
Yeah, I'm just comparing this to the last one by saying, this one was real. There was a lot of juicy, meaty content here.
They had stuff.
And with Square Enix, I was expecting them to bring, Kingdom Hearts out. Unless they're waiting for another thing. But like I said, this was real. I like this one a lot better. So they had... One thing I didn't care about is Rainbow Siege 6. They were like, esports! And I was like, move on.
Okay, great. I left the room to get a soda pop.
Yeah.
I didn't care if I missed something.
People, I know people like esports. People must like esports. Everybody keeps talking about them. But I'm starting to think that people don't like it, and that's why they're trying to publicize it. The only esports that matter are fighting games.
Everyone wants to push their esport.
Yeah.
Even if it's a less popular one.
And I don't think you can run esports the way wrestling companies run wrestling promotions. You have to run it instead like a league. You have to run it like Evo. Evo has a ton of fighting games, not just one.
Yes.
So you need to run your esport with other games so that people will fucking pay attention. Because I'm not going to go out of my way to watch a Madden esports tournament.
No.
Or a Madden esports league. There's no way. But if you put it in there with other games, there's a chance I might check it out.
Even if EA wants to be sneaky and have just a general sports game league that has all of their different sports games.
Yeah. NHL league or whatever. Don't just give me the
NHL,
one game.
NBA, NFL, all of
MLB,
their sports
yeah.
in one league, then that's more worth watching, even though I still wouldn't because it's actual sports and I can actually just watch actual sports.
Yeah.
But nevertheless.
But that's the point is like, yeah, esports as just one sport, I don't care. Stop trying to get your esport over and maybe team up with other esports.
Unless it's a super unique game, which it's a military shooter. How unique could it be?
Yeah, it's like CS:GO or whatever. Like Overwatch and Blizzard got lucky that they got lucky.
Their shit is super unique.
Overwatch and Quake, I think, are lucky because they can carry conventions on their own. But Rainbow Six ain't gonna do it. It's not gonna do it. All right, so Trials Racing came out and did their thing. They had little goofy guys come out, and it was fun and cute, I guess.
Yeah.
It felt like a waste of time again.
Yeah.
Like these conferences run for a long time, and there's so much information. I don't need the time wasting, but I think that they have to take up a certain amount of time because that's how long their spot is. But just fill that with gameplay instead of fucking parades and pratfalls.
Yeah.
So yeah, Trials has racing integrated into it now. It looks cool. That's about it. There's a free trial. I think is there a free beta or is it what's going on there? I think it's a free beta, right?
Yeah. I think there's a beta going on.
I'm glad that games are going into betas now. That's demos were sorely missed in gaming.
Oh yeah.
So this is good. People get to check out the game before buying it. That's a great idea. Okay, the Division 2, they say, hey, we have specializations, and I glazed over and didn't pay attention to what the specializations were in the new Division 2. Did you hear it?
When you finish the game, when you finish the single player portion of the game, only then are you allowed to pick a specialization, which you then go into the multiplayer section of the game with that specialization. And you get to pick sharpshooter, demolitions, or survivalist. And I don't know what any of those entail. I can assume what sharpshooter and demolitions entails, but I don't know what the hell survivalist entails.
Me either. That sounds interesting. But I like that. That's cool. You have to finish the main story of the game, so you have to be aware of the controls before you jump into multiplayer.
And you have to know how you prefer to play, so you pick a class that leans in that direction.
Yeah. That's great. I love that they make you practice with the class you're eventually going to use in multiplayer.
If you like being really sneaky, maybe survivalist or sharpshooter, rather than the grenade guy.
Yeah, exactly.
If you just don't give a shit and you go in all Rambo style, maybe the demolitions guy is perfect for you.
I might really like demolitions, but I'm not sure I'm going to honestly play the Division 2.
No, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying in general.
You choose your specification only after you've beaten the single player, so that you know which way you already like playing. And you just pick a class that's more of that.
Yeah, exactly. And then we had a Donkey Kong concert happen randomly.
I like that approach.
Me too. There was a Donkey Kong concert that happened randomly.
And even though the music wasn't as good, it was better approached than the Andrew C.W. Clark Bethesda thing.
Yeah, it was better approached.
We got to see game footage we didn't get to see during it.
Yeah, and Grant Kirkhope, who everybody on YouTube wants to blow, was there. So that's
he's a very talented man.
I know, but there are lots of talented people. Like, where's YouTube's love for Nobuo Uematsu? Is that his name? The guy that does all the Final Fantasy music? Mm-hmm. Not a goddamn person cares about him. They're like, Grant Kirkhope, though, he'll show up on our shows. That's probably why they like him.
Well, he'll show up on people's shows, and his main claim to fame is that he's really good at making music that is good at segueing and into different things depending on what's happening. Live ambient music kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
The music's not just catchy, but it can change seamlessly based on the tone of whatever's happening in your game.
I'm not saying that he's not talented. He is. I'm just saying, there's lots of composers, guys.
No, I'm just explaining why he's a particularly talented one in the field of video games.
Yeah, I just want to see more composers get recognition. We know about Grant Kirkhope. What other composers do out there that deserve love? Who the fuck did the Skyrim theme? Because that shit. We got a lot of love for the. We got a lot of love for the composer of Doom. He got a lot of love.
Yeah.
So I just want to see more people who behind the scenes get more recognition. Mm-hmm. Not just Grant Kirkhope over and over.
Although he's still good.
He's damn good.
No hate on Grant.
No, I'm not. Now I lost my place here. Oh, Skull and Bones was a pirate game that's a more serious pirate game.
I'm very interested.
Tell me why.
Why are you interested or not interested?
Well, I like the idea that it's a more like I think sometimes when you start with something, and if you are the Burger King to that something, you come after and kind of take the idea, right? Like Fortnite, you want to come in with a completely different approach so that you are that thing but not that thing. For instance, you have Sea of Thieves, which is really cartoony, but there ain't shit to do. In this game, they said, guess what? There's a story mode. There's shit to do. Not just that, but like, there's lots of customization options. There's reasons to work together.
You control an entire ship of people instead of just one person on a ship.
Yeah.
Which has its benefits and its detriments, but the way they've built the game, it seems to work.
The fact that they built it off the Assassin's Creed boat engine was a brilliant idea because that's the part people liked. You already know there's an audience for what you're selling. And then they made it the same way. It plays the exact same.
And they did something that I'm glad they did because for me it was bare minimum of a requirement in that they had to make it so that for each section of your ship where you can have a weapon, you can choose what type of weapon is there. That way, not every ship is just going to feel like the same. Yeah. Like, for instance, I've played both Rogue and what was the other one?
I can't remember what the other one was.
The one before it. Black Flag.
Oh, Black Flag.
And both of the ships in those games, the weapon that was on the rear end of the ship was a different weapon. Like, in one it was... literally, you dropped barrels, and then you'd explode those barrels. And in the other one, it was you let out an oil slick and let it on fire. Those are wildly two different weapons. Yeah. And if I can choose between those two different weapons in this game, plus some stuff, that's how you do it with every side of your ship. To make your ship maximally good. Yeah. And make it feel like you've got more variety in how you choose to approach a situation.
And that's what you want. You don't want to be bored doing the same shit over and over.
No.
I also noticed you were happy about the shanties.
I was really happy they kept the shanties. Because if the shanties aren't in the game, sailing while looking for stuff would be boring as hell.
Then you're going to get that drunken sailor song stuck in your head again.
I'm fine with that.
That's cool then. There was a weird mind control game that they talked about called Transference. You have one more thing to say about it?
I really hope that you get to customize your captain. For Skull and Bones.
I hope so too, but it looks like because they mentioned online play that
I really hope you get to customize your captain because even though realistically you aren't playing as the captain or any individual crewmate, you're playing as the ship. I still think it would be cool to customize the captain.
Wait, I think you can leave the ship to go do stuff. Like, spend your money.
Yeah, you can. Like, I noticed there was like a dock down there walking around a little bit.
And they bought, stuff for their ship.
Yeah. But I'm intrigued. They briefly showed a thing that looked a lot like a loot box. I hope that's not what it fucking is, and if it is, there's no way to buy those.
Legendary chests.
I hope that those said chests have to be found in-game as booty, rather than give us actual money. Yeah. Because that will piss me off.
And it would be stupid. What would be the point of raiding if that's not the goal?
Yes. Because a random chance reward for sacking a ship makes sense. Or a randomly generated reward for digging up a treasure on an island makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Don't detract from that by letting us be able to skip the process and just buy it. Because then you're ignoring your game is not worth playing, is what you're admitting. Yeah. Because the main function of the game should be, you're a pirate, find treasure. If you could just buy treasure, what's the fucking point?
It'll be like loot, loot coin at that point.
Anyway, we can move on now. I've said enough on pirates. I could keep going, but...
I know you can. But we only have 4 minutes.
I like pirates.
So Transference is a weird mind control game. I don't care. Elijah Wood is really excited about it, though.
I mean, it looks interesting, but I
don't know enough about it to care.
Yeah, I wasn't given enough information. I'm mildly intrigued, but not enough to buy it yet.
Like, Elijah Wood. And I was like, oh, cool.
I'd watch a Let's Play of it.
Alright.
I would.
All right.
It's intriguing enough that I would do that, but not intriguing enough that I'm willing to go, oh shit, I'm buying it right now.
Yeah. There's a game called Battle for Atlas that's pretty much like an amiibo type game. You buy the toy, you attach the toy to the controller, and it puts the toy in the game. Only this one has Star Fox.
Star Fox integrate. The smartest thing Ubisoft ever did was put a deal in with Nintendo.
Yeah, because now they've made it so that like Nintendo's willing to work with them on more games, and they might make the best Star Fox game in years. All right, because we have 3 minutes left. I'm trying my best to hurry.
If we're a bit late, that's fine. We'll just beg forgiveness on the next one.
The next one is Sony, so we gotta fucking go and see it. Because we're recording these in between conferences, and
the next one is PC gaming.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
So
if we're a bit late, we'll beg forgiveness.
Yes, we will. The next one is For Honor. So For Honor introduced fucking the Chinese warriors to the game, and they look fucking cool.
I hope they add more and more countries as they go, like adding in Arabia, adding in the American natives, adding in a bunch of stuff would just be really fucking cool.
That would be really cool.
The Chinese as they already are look cool.
It already made me want to purchase For Honor. Like I heard For Honor was fixed in the best way, and I'm hoping to actually get my claws on it. Because it does look good now, especially with the Chinese warriors added to it. And the fact that they're updating this one game makes me think, okay, this live service is not just going to be abandoned immediately. Maybe I have time to still purchase the game. Because that's what I'm worried about, usually. Oh no, a live service that's abandoned because it didn't do great.
Yeah.
Next, the crew looks like Diddy Kong Racing, and then we're going to move on to the best shit, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Assassin's Creed Odyssey it wasn't a surprise. We got the logo leaked.
I already want to buy it.
Yeah. They said, hey, okay, there's gonna be a female assassin and she's gonna be snarky, and it looks like and
the guy looks like me.
Yeah, so I'm excited to play it because I love ancient Greece. You get to fight a minotaur at some point. I'm down for that, and the fighting style looks less like it's a stealthy assassin game, but I don't have to be, and I like that about it because that's the reason I don't play the Assassin's Creed games is I'm too much of a brute to play in that stealthy style. So if I don't have
you
to
don't
be,
like sneaking.
No,
you like swinging, not sneaky stab.
Yeah, and she had a big ass club, and she's wandering around and fighting in a battlefield, a war on a battlefield with a big club, and I was like, that's what I want. I know that's not Assassin's Creed, but that's what I want, so I'm happy that they're giving it to me. Yeah, Assassin's Creed Odyssey looks amazing. I'm really excited for it. I think that was the big announcement here. So yeah, with 15 seconds to spare, we have finished up with the Ubisoft conference.
Ubisoft conference.
Any last words?
I like pirates, and I also like the Greek.
Yeah.
Let's go buy.
Thanks for hanging out with us.